The Netflix's One Piece live action has been successful in many countries worldwide, thanks to its excellent adaptation of the challenging manga, One Piece, with a budget reaching $17 million per episode. With a total runtime of 451 minutes, the live-action series has covered approximately 45 episodes of the anime adaptation and 96 chapters of the manga. Because of this, several characters were omitted, and many storylines were condensed. These are 10 most significant differences between the live-action version and the manga and anime. 1. Shell Town. In the manga and anime, when Luffy arrives in Shell Town, Zoro has already been arrested for angering Helmeppo and was tied up by the Marines under the command of Axe-Hand Morgan. Nami is also at the Marine HQ, however, she takes advantage of the chaos caused by Luffy to steal from Axe-Hand Morgan. She doesn't help Luffy free Zoro from captivity like she does in the live action. Another major change is Nami stealing the map of the Grand Line from Axe-Hand Morgan instead of Buggy as she did in the anime. 2. Buggy the Clown. Buggy the Clown had a more present in the live-action series than in the manga. In the live-action, he faced Arlong after losing to Luffy and took advantage of chaos to reunite with his body, swiftly leaving the island. In the manga and anime, Buggy's presence in Orange Town led to the townsfolk fleeing, except for the mayor. He had a destructive weapon, the Buggy bomb, on his pirate ship, which was omitted in the live-action. Buggy's first mate Moji and his lion Richie were also left out in the live-action. The loyal dog Chao-Chu defending the store was another miss. It must be noted that by the time Luffy and Co left the Orange Town, we can see Chao-Chu as an Easter egg for fans. 3. Koro and the Black Cats. Koro's plan to take over Kaya's estate was slightly different in the live action compared to the manga. The captain of the Black Cat Pirates intended to take Kaya's life when the opportune moment arrived, but he wasn't poisoning her, instead her ill health was caused by her grieving the death of her parents. His crew, led by First Mate Django, were waiting patiently for Koro's plan to commence, where they would use Django's hypnotic powers to hypnotize the crew into thinking they were super strong, before eventually conquering Syrup Village. The fight between the Black Cats and Straw Hats also took place on the beach, not in Kaya's home. 4. Mary. In the manga and anime, Mary remained a dedicated butler to Kaya, and not a financial advisor. Regrettably, in the live-action series, his fate took a tragic turn as he met his end at the hands of Koro. 5. Luffy the Chore Boy. In the manga, anime, Luffy became the chore boy of Baratai after accidentally damaging the restaurant. The live-action series saw Luffy unable to pay the bill for all of the food he ate and instead tried to give Zeph credit with a promise of returning to pay his bill once he became the king of the pirates.
You're talking with the future king of the pirates.
6. Don Krieg. In the manga and anime, Don Krieg, leading the armada of the Krieg pirates, suffered a devastating defeat at the hands of the pirate warlord Dracula Mihawk. However, it's important to note that Mihawk didn't directly kill Don Krieg in combat, rather, he was defeated by Luffy. Luffy and Don Krieg would battle one-on-one, with his armor posing a threat to Luffy's rubber body. However, Luffy would ultimately defeat him, making him the third pirate captain to lose to Luffy. Additionally, in the manga, anime, Mihawk pursued Don Krieg's ship to Baratai and proceeded to cleave it in half. It's worth mentioning that Mihawk acted on his own initiative and wasn't under any orders from the Navy to pursue Luffy. 7. Mr. 7. In the manga, Baroque Works isn't introduced until Luffy and his crew enter the Grand Line. Mr. 7 of Baroque Works received a swift end in his vain attempt to recruit Zoro to the criminal organization. This was a surprisingly early introduction and a massive hint of what's to come, as the members of Baroque Works will be the primary antagonists of the second season. 8. Garp. In the live-action, the fact that Vice Admiral Garp of the Marines is the grandfather of Luffy is revealed in episode 5. However, this information wasn't revealed to manga readers until chapter 431 and to anime viewers until episode 313. That means, if the live-action adaptation revealed this information at the same point as the manga, anime audiences could have been waiting until the end of the 4th season. 9. Nami's Betrayal. In the manga and anime, Nami betrays Luffy, Zoro, and Usopp by stealing the Going Merry, which means the boys of the crew, including Sanji and Zoro's bounty hunter friends Johnny and Yasaku, had to use the smaller boat that was left behind. They used this boat to sail to Arlong Park. Johnny and Yasaku also never made an appearance in the live-action series. In the manga, Arlong was first seen when Luffy and his crew went searching for Nami at Coco Village and Arlong Park. He was never seen with Buggy, and he never came to Baratai. Nami's betrayal in the live-action happens as a result of her trying to save Luffy's life after he is defeated by Arlong. 10. Arlong Pirates. Arlong's true motivations for wanting to enslave and oppress humans are revealed much earlier in the live-action adaptation compared to the manga and anime. The runtime of Arlong Park, like many of the others, was cut significantly, and other members of Arlong's pirate crew had their roles dramatically reduced, such as Hachi, a six-sword-wielding fishman, who was seen gambling with Nami, and Mumu, a giant sea cow from the Grand Line that was cut from the live-action adaptation entirely. After Arlong's defeat, and leaving Coco Village, Nami gave the residents a hoard of treasure, but not before stealing all of their wallets. However, in the live-action adaptation, Nami's farewell to Coco Village is a tender goodbye with her sister Nojiko. The live-action series has covered roughly 96 chapters of the manga. However, in order to get to the same point in the story in the anime, the viewing time is more than doubled, coming in at a whopping 1080 minutes. Did you enjoy the changes made to the One Piece story in the live-action adaptation? Please comments below.
Nami isn't some tool to be used!